Look, I love watching football as much as the next guy. I revel in the opportunity to watch my favorite players play at the highest level. Teams duking it out every week during the season for silverware. Except my team, of course, because we're genuinely terrible. I love everything about football. Except the Nations League. And holes in the back of socks, but the video isn't about that. The Nations League has to be the single most idiotic competition ever created in the history of football. In the history of sport. In this video, I'm going to show you why this godforsaken competition is a stain on football and should be abolished, and everyone involved should be burned at the stake. Firstly, just researching for this part of the video alone gave me the biggest headache. For some reason, in the life of this 4-year-old competition, they've already changed the format twice. So I'll be covering the 24-25 season format. This year, there will be 56 teams divided into 4 leagues, A, B, C, and D. In each league, there are groups of 4 teams. The group winners and runners-up of League A advance to a 2-legged home and away quarterfinal round. The 4 quarterfinal winners advance to the Nations League final, which is in June next year. That's simple enough, right? But wait, I said there were 4 leagues. How do the others factor in? Well, there's promotion and relegation. Yep, in the glorified international friendly competition, you can be promoted and relegated. I'll put this as simply as I can. The 3rd place teams in each league play the runner-up teams from the league below in a 2-leg promotion relegation playoff, i.e., the 4 3rd place teams in League A would play the 4 2nd place teams in Group B. Whoever loses gets relegated, while the winner gets promoted. In Leagues A and B, if you finish last, you are automatically relegated. Still following? Great. Now here's where my headache became a violent, throbbing migraine. I began to pick the hairs out of my head one by one. Because for some reason, in League C, the 2 worst ranked teams are automatically relegated, while the 2 best ranked 4th place teams play the runners-up of each of the 2 groups in League D. Side note, League D has just 2 groups, while others have 4 for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. Not only does this not make any sense, how would a casual watcher of football even follow what's happening? The fact that almost every single team in the competition this year can move to a completely new league the next season is extremely confusing. Whoever decided that this was a format going forward needs a proper slap, because there's no way anyone in their right mind would propose this monstrosity. Oh, by the way, I didn't cover this, but there are ways teams can qualify from this competition into the Euros and World Cup, which I don't even know, man. This brings me to the next problem. Let's look at the schedule for this year's edition. That's strange. It seems almost all these games are taking place right in the middle of the European football season. As I'm recording this, the October 13 to 15 games are being played, and we have 2 more breaks next month in November. This adds a minimum of 6 more games to an already congested schedule for no reason. Players are already struggling to keep pace with club football, World Cup qualifiers, Euro qualifiers, and then contesting those tournaments which actually mean something. These Nation League games just add more strain on the bodies and minds of players and increase the likelihood of injury, all in hopes of winning. I hate it. Utter woke nonsense. It has this weird spirally thing at the top. It's asymmetric. The base is too small. Overall, just extremely aesthetically unpleasant. I just don't like it. I tried to give it a chance. It's just terrible. I hate looking at it. In conclusion, the Nations League represents a larger problem in the world of football. Greed. The people in charge want to stuff as many games into the schedule as possible in order to generate even more revenue from sponsors and advertisements. This can be seen also in the new UCL format for this season, which teams are playing 2 extra games in the qualifying stage, and the teams finishing 9th to 24th having to play in playoffs in order to reach the round of 16. All in all, this trend can only be a bad thing for football. In a quest to make the beautiful game as lucrative as possible, those in charge are slowly alienating the fans of the sport, which can only have the reverse effect of people putting less of their hard-earned money into the sport. At the end of the day, nothing stays the same forever, but we can only hope the essence of the sport we all know and love isn't lost forever. So, like, subscribe. I guess if you want to, I don't know, man, you don't really have to. You don't have to even be watching the video at this point. As a matter of fact, you should actually click off this video. But I'll be making more videos going forward. You can watch those too if you want. I mean, I don't have a gun to your head right now telling you to, why are you still here? Click off the video. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
It's a collector's item!